As a moving business owner, your day starts with a plan. But what happens when your movers don't show and that plan falls apart? Last minute no-shows. You're left to bootstrap, jumping in as an extra body. Yet sometimes, even that's not enough. This isn't just a disruption, it's a barrier to your business growth. Introducing Moving Force, your on-demand moving team. With Moving Force, say goodbye to no-shows and hello to peace of mind. With reliable, on-demand staff ensures you're never undermanned, turning your operational nightmares into a thing of the past. Moving Force, where every day is moving day and every move is smooth. Empower your business and keep growing without missing a beat. Join Moving Force today and move forward with confidence.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Mornings with Movers, y'all. So these questions is for Cade and Joseph. What tools, apps, or systems do you swear by to keep your business running smoothly?
Mm.
Joseph, you want to start?
Sure. Oh man. So at this point, I have kind of reached peak efficiency with AI. Like all the important things that a human being needs to do are the only functions left for a human being to do. There's a few different models you could use. There's a few different softwares. One of my favorites right now is Centra. It's not necessarily something super special. It's a reskin powered up GPT, but that reskin really does make a difference as far as like delegation of processes and all sorts of things. It really kills a lot of stuff for you. Other than that, at this point, for me personally in my business and in my field, I went out of my way to minimize the amount of redundant work possible. Everything that could be trimmed down was trimmed down. That we focus on the human experience and the human element because that is so important when you've kind of made everything else cold and calculated. But everything else is pretty cold and calculated. So I would say personally Centra.
Okay. What about you, Cade?
Man. There's so many softwares and things out there that you can use for your business. And for me, where I'm at, I guess just in my, my journey of, I'm not in the day-to-day of my moving company, and I haven't been for a long time, and I'm more about building a portfolio. And because I'm really big in AI right now, like I use AI a lot to speed up learning, and information gathering.
That's a good one.
And so I think it really depends on where you're at in your cycle of your business, really. If you're just starting out, one of the biggest things that I think is going to be the most helpful for you is one, like we've already talked about, have a CRM. But then if there's things that you don't know, utilize AI to educate yourself because it will spark maybe questions that you didn't even think about when you start just having a conversation with it and you ask it like, hey, what are things that I should be thinking about in this situation? How could I improve? And it may not be 100% accurate. AI is great. Like James has talked, it is great, but it's just a tool still. It doesn't do the job. It just enhances the job. But we also have to realize too that it can enhance us and our ability to learn faster and grow faster. And so I think it really depends on where you're at in your business and your life cycle and your journey. If you're just getting started, you really need a CRM. You've got to have that. But then also combine that with AI so that you can focus on learning faster and improving faster. If you're farther down the road, and you've already got use it to help build some systems and use some AI tools out there like ChatGPT to some systems and processes, like for example, if there's something that I need to do that I haven't processed myself out of, I will record a video of me talking through every single step of the process. I give the video to AI. I tell the AI to transcribe it and create a process. And I may have to go back and tweak that process of what it gave me, but now it's done in a matter of minutes. And it makes that thought that we have, because building SOPs and stuff is not fun. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's not fun to go through it, but when you can it's speeding up efficiency, productivity, learning faster, doing things faster. So, I would say those two tools, and there's a million of them out there. There's so many different options. I mean, I personally play around with so many different things just because I'm always looking to see what do some have over others. So I can't say ChatGPT is just the one that's been around for a really long time, that's really heavily out there, and it's probably one that's really easy for people to use.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So
if I could chime in there real quick,
sure.
I really appreciate the fact that you're another AI guy that understands, like, look, this isn't here to do all of this work for me. This just speeds the process up incredibly. Like I'm very specific with my prompts. I feel like if you're going to use AI effectively, one of the first things you need to learn for it is prompting. Because your ability to prompt is going to determine the quality of your results every single time. That's the difference between you going to like Sora and trying to get your own picture versus you paying somebody to prompt it for you. Like, if you can learn the art of prompting, the skill of prompting, your results are going to be tremendously more valuable. But at the end of the day, it really is just a base. So I feel like you should be using it to minimize the amount of like unnecessary work. If you're very specific in a prompt, being very specific in a prompt is still like a paragraph out of 5 if you're writing an essay. You know what I'm saying? You still have to be very specific. You still have to be very detailed. You still have to give it structure and give it life if you want this to still be something effective. You're going to have to come through and edit it. But you're going to have to make that one paragraph count. If you're good at prompting, that one paragraph is really going to be 5 paragraphs worth of time.
Definitely.
You can then, and not telling any kids who watch this to like use it for their essays. It was just an example. It was really quick fractional math. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
But it's there to make things move a lot smoother and a lot faster. And most of the time, I mean, you have to reread it. Sometimes it happens. The AI is going to have way less like grammatical errors. It's going to be just a lot more efficient at getting it done than you sitting there like, I don't know. For me, a lot of the time it's writing out certain types of like ad treatments for video ads and photography ads, stuff like that. It's like, look, I'm not going to write out and expanded 2 pages of something in my head when I can just one paragraph out. Now I need to expand this portion. These are these, and give it structure. A lot of the things that you're gonna have to type and do, depending on its purpose, like contracts and stuff like that. Legalese to me is like the biggest time filler. I'm not to sit and type a lot of contracts. Obviously, you got to go back over them. You got to check amendments. You got to do all sorts of things. To sit and type majority of the body of a contract, it's just typing majority of like 3 sentences with a whole bunch of hot air in between them. That's just, and if you read contracts a lot, you'll notice that it's like, all right, in each section, there's like 5 sentences that actually mean something that are important. And then some poor guy had to take his time just making the rest of this sound super legal. No, there's an AI for that. It can do that. I can come back over. I can review it. I can skim through it. I can go section by section, right, of what I've already know. It's not like you don't know what information is going to be in there. It's not like you don't know what the subject matter. You wrote it, You told it what to be specific on. You gave it the highlights. You gave it the hard boundaries. You gave it all these things. And going through skimming and chopping that type of thing down is so much faster and so much more efficient than taking 3 to 4 hours to type all that shit.
Okay.
All stuff out.
So we got about We got about 10 minutes left. I want to try to run through these last few questions so that basically we can get these um 3 questions answered for the audience. So we're gonna just do it one off right now. So with Steven, what what's one mistake you made that taught you a big business lesson?
I say this one a good amount, but it was having a partner. At the beginning, I had a partner, and it was just an investment partner, and it slowed me down. Then they wanted to get involved and have a paycheck, and I had different things. And so my biggest learning curve, nothing against them, right? It slowed me down in my growth. And then I had to pay for it, which slowed me down in my growth,
Mm,
right? So I think that was my biggest hurdle that I had at the beginning was I don't know why. I just wanted to do it with somebody. I think naturally we want a partner, but there's not many partnerships that are running the biggest companies when you look at it. And I wish I would have saw that in the early days. Again, nothing against him. It was more, it slowed me up in the growth and where I wanted to take my plan because I was thinking for two heads.
mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. So for James and Alex, what is a hidden gem resource, mindset, or tactic that help you grow?
Go for it, James.
Redundancy, what we've been talking about, right? If you're going to document that process, which takes time, you put it in the hands of the person that needs to own it. They own that process, they enhance it and make it better. You can grow your business that way and grow the people around you. Your mindset needs to be a mindset of growth first. Some of us grow at the gym, some of us grow in our rhythms, some of us grow, with books, some of us grow with masterminds, some of us grow listening to the Morning Movers show, right, Dwight? So, like, if you're gonna make sure that you're growing yourself and making yourself redundant, this is going to be a mindset that you need to be able to hand that off. As Steve was saying, yeah, he's the point man, right? He's the one, he can go as fast because he's in the chair. The next thing he's got to go fast with is handing things off to people so he can get on to the next thing. He's the leader, right? He's got to stay in the front of the pack, but in his wake, he's got to be leaving, all the things that he's wanting his team to replicate, to do, and to be consistent with.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
Dwight, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing for me, right? I dropped it in the chat, I think, while Cade and Joseph were talking a bit, but this all bakes down, everything we're talking bakes down to what is the value of your time, both you as a business owner and the customer that you're serving. So all these tools, great CRMs, the right AI platform. I love Live Switch, by the way. So having the right video tool in hand, all of these things are just about maximizing your time. The last point I put there, it's high impact tasks versus low impact tasks, right? What are the ways that you can leverage the right tools to make yourself more valuable, to make sure you're maximizing your time on the tasks that are going to drive growth or create redundancy or make sure your team is trained properly, or so that the customer on the back end of this is having the best experience, right? I think Stephen almost alternatively used a great way of the value of time. If I'm going to get somebody to use LiveSwitch to do a walkthrough of their home with me, chances are they're probably not going to want to do that again, and they're going to sign on with me right away. So that's kind of a reverse way of maximizing the value of somebody's time and saying, well, they're not going to waste more time doing that. But at the end of the day, everything here that we're talking about is the value of time and also the right people and how you've trained them and are we doing things properly. All these tools are great, but there's thousands of them. AI tools are going to continue to come out. There's a CRM for every single industry out there, right? And that CRM is the best one for that industry versus a HubSpot or a Salesforce or all these other things that are out there. I don't want to totally say the tools are relevant because that's not true. There are some great tools and there are some bad ones. But at the end of the day, it's about us. It's about the users. It's about the system you've set up, the strategies you're deploying, and how you're training people correctly. So really, value of time, Dwight, I think that is the biggest mindset and approach thing that creates growth and sustainability.
okay.
When I look back at 17 years, I know we got a short time. I'll keep it short, believe it or not. But just to tag along on what you said there, Alex, when I look back at 17 years, growth is so important for my chair to be in. I am the catalyst of growth in every period. And when I'm working on claims and when I'm working on stuff that other people could be doing or cleaning up messes, talking about the values I started with, clean up messes. That's not growth. We don't grow when I look back at 17 years when I got the fire hose on. So it's key to be able to sit back and get in growth mode and put that catalyst in the growth as the owner.
Mm. And all right, so these next two questions are for Jason and Matt. If you could give one piece of advice to a business owner watching this trying to grow this summer, what would it be?
Oh, the heat is on
Well,
today.
I'm just going to throw this out there. You probably should be doing mailers.
Ooh, let's go. Come on, Jason.
No, I mean,
Thank
in reality, I mean,
Got the blood flow going over there with Matt.
Really
Come on.
just to buff up Matt there a little bit. I mean, mailers is a huge part of what most of these moving companies are growing with now. I see it a lot with moving companies that are using multiple things, and I'll tell you, it's most of them. It's not first, because typically referral is first, a referral repeat, but it's damn near close, and to be damn near close to that is huge. So go ahead, Matt. I'll let you.
No.
What do you think, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Well, thank
What
you,
an
Jason.
intro.
Wow. Well, I didn't have a CRM for 11 years. So, obviously if you don't have one of those, we already touched on that. But I would say don't think you can do everything by yourself, man. And I think, we've already had this. It seems like the highlight of this podcast is what even James said, right? Like process, documenting, making yourself redundant. Like I didn't do that forever. I forever thought I could do literally everything. And I pretty much wore myself out doing it. So ask for help when you need it, and fall on your employees to do so, and hire the right people. So that's going to be kind of my takeaway.
Don't wait like Matt and I did, and families force us to diversify our roles. Go ahead and start doing that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think a big thing of why we were very successful with J&J Metro, and we had a successful exit on that, was in our family for 52 years, actually, a long time. Couple things. One, we never turned a job down, which is hard. Come July, you're short guys. We never turned a job down. And if that meant, and we were doing millions of dollars a year, and it bit us a couple times where I had to leave the office and go out on a truck. Now, that's not typically fun for an owner of a company that's doing, $1 million a month to go out there and work on the truck. But we had a thing that when the winter comes and we're begging for jobs, we're not going to let jobs get away from us no matter what time of year it is. And sometimes the summer happens and we do it. More times than not, though, we figured it out. More times than not, I didn't have to go out. More times than not, we ended up getting a couple extra guys that were great. We were successful in hiring.
So crucial.
Or
So
a job
crucial to
canceled last
maximize
minute or
wins
something
there.
happened and it worked out. But then
Jason, that sounded like you moving force would have been a big helping hand.
I feel like it would have been if that had been around back then. And then the second thing is always trying to do what's right. Now, sometimes that's a hard thing to do in the moving industry. It's any industry, but always trying. And when I say trying, there's certain times that the customer might think you need to do something different than what you really are able to do, in the sense of, you scratch a little something and the right thing to do is to fix it so that it looks how it did before, but they want a brand new $20,000 armoire. That's probably not going to happen, but always trying to do what's right, always sending good quality guys out, always taking care of the customer, no matter how big the job was. I'll tell you, there was more times than not that we would go out and do a small piano move or a small job, and it ended up turning into a gigantic move. We'd show up to do a piano because we did a lot of SEO back in the day for piano moving. We were one of the only specialty moving companies that did pianos. I don't know why no one else did them. They're idiots, but pianos were easy for us. And we'd show up to a house in Isleworth, which is like where Tiger Woods lives, or has a home, Shaquille O'Neal, big homes here in Florida.
We know that driveway. We know that Tiger Woods driveway with that mailbox.
Yeah. And we'd show up at the house, and they hired us because they thought we only did pianos. And the mover they had hired didn't do pianos. And we show up, and they realize we're a full-service moving company, and we end up stealing the whole job because they were so pleased with what we had done for a $400 piano move. And ended up getting a $20,000, $30,000 move, full pack. So just always taking care of the customers, I think, is the big thing. And that's in any business you should be doing. So
Definitely, definitely. So we are at the top of the marker, y'all. So with that being said, I do want to just go around quickly to let everybody, just put out their calling cards so that you can put your business out there on the map. Most of you guys are already known because you guys are just huge. But we'll start off with James.
Yeah, if you want to get a hold of me, check me out on LinkedIn. Find me, James Hatfield, Live Switch, LIVESWITCH, or go to our website, book a demo, and just ask for me. You can come right to me, and we'll sit down. We can talk about any further the conversation from today. Even if you don't even want to look at Live Switch, you just want to talk about business. That's what I love to do, and here to help anyone listening. So thank you for having me, Dwight, and congrats again on over 100 episodes.
Thank you. All right, Cade.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you guys need anything or just even want to talk, I'd probably say that's more where I would be, just because I have a lot of different companies that can offer stuff. But I'd say more so my passion's in business. So if you just want to talk business, feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram. It's just Cade Welke. Can't say I post a lot to my personal stuff. I'm very behind the scenes, but would love to chat with you if you have any questions around business or growth or anything that you're want to talk about. Happy to do so. And yeah, again, Dwight, thanks for having me on too.
No problem. Jason.
Yep. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for having me on here. I think it's awesome. 100 episodes is, I do podcasts as well, and I'm not to 100 episodes because I don't have the time to do it. I don't know how you find the time to do it, but you're killing it. You can reach me, Moveitpro software, Lions Den booking service. Also on LinkedIn is probably one of the easiest ones to get a hold of me or my team. So, yeah.
Come to the Legends Retreat this year.
Yeah, Legends Retreat. I'll put a little blurb there for that. So Maddie was there. Stephen Reed was there. Eric Works last year. We had a bunch of big guys.
What's the date this year?
It's in February.
Oh, February of next year? Okay.
In February 2026. Yeah. It actually just happened in March. And we sold out last year. I think we're half sold out already. We've kind of, it's a neat thing. It's super awesome. We rent a 30,000 square foot mansion. It's a little small house here in Kissimmee, Florida. And we party pretty good, and we do a lot of learning. There's a lot of networking. There's a lot of good guys, so.
Okay.
I heard party. I just want to slide down. Someone send me the address. All right, I'll bring Corona. I'll bring lime.
We give it's unlimited bar. We got bartenders and food, and it goes on for a few days.
Brother, I'll be getting your contact. We get out of here, yes sir.
I want to clarify, it's not like bachelor party, but it's a good time. Maddie was beating some people in bowling.
Oh yeah,
any good vibe is a good time. All right.
Dude, basketball court, arcade, bowling alley, just with other movers and experts talking shop. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
Joseph, on you.
If you want to find me, LinkedIn's a pretty decent one. I am half responsive. It depends on how many phones I'm into in that year. I'm on phone number 7 currently. So as long as I haven't broken another phone and I can remember my login, you can get me there. You can always find me on Facebook at Joseph E. Meadows if you ever want to talk business about pretty much anything. Or you can reach me on Instagram at Made by Meadows, MADEEY, MEADOWS. Again, I'm open to talk shop about anything. You want to talk about the moving industry, you want to talk about the entertainment industry, you want to just talk about art in general, you're more than welcome to just hit me. You want to talk about business. I think the best thing to do is network and collaborate, and you never know who you can collaborate with and how. So that's where you want to reach me. That's where you can reach me.
All right. Matt.
Yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram. It's Moving Letters AI, or Matty Mailers is my personal one. And then even my moving business, I Haul, I Move. I think what we've been doing on social has been awesome. But yeah, if you guys just want to kind of hang out, chat, even evaluate kind of what you're doing currently with direct mail or a strategy around it, happy to help. Also happy to help give some advice on little tidbits to get a fresh coat of paint on that brand. So.
Okay. Steven?
You can, as we say in Memphis, it goes down in the DMs.
It does. It does.
Instagram, Stephen Reed, the original. no space. Facebook, same thing. Big League Movers, Ready Rolls, ROLE. Get you a consult, go to the website. We get VAs. We're not just a recruiter. We're not just a placement. We put them in big league systems. So we're spending 2 weeks onboarding your VA in the Philippines at one-time cost to put them in systems that I've already figured out over 17 years. And so holler at me. I love talking business. I love talking moving. I'm everywhere I can be in moving. You can find me on LinkedIn. You'll see me on James' post. You'll see me on Matt's post. You'll see me on Dwight's post. You'll see me in the moving groups. I live, breathe for this. I love this industry. I wake up, Matt can tell you, Jace can tell you, they get texts from me sometimes. I wake up at 3 a.m. literally thinking about moving because I love it and thinking about my business because I love it. So text me if you're talking about business. I want to hear it. I've been there, or I can learn. So
can I just say something about Steven? So what? No, this is good, man.
Yeah.
What this guy charges to place a VA for you is ridiculously cheap. Inexpensive. Cheap is not the right word. And the value that he gives you in expert advice on everything else related to the moving industry, he should be charging a hell of a lot more. Like Steven running a $10 million moving company that has built it from the ground up, and the struggles he's gone through to get to where he's at, and the amount of like passion that he has. And he does that. And it's been for some of our customers that we've hooked him up with. Like, he is the biggest cheerleader for them, inviting them to his facility to come tour his people, meet all his staff, all of that stuff for free. It's mind-boggling how much you support this industry, and I just think it's awesome.
Thank you, Jason, very much for that. I appreciate that.
All right, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, hard to follow, but honestly, Steven, I'm just getting to know you guys right here. If you don't have this kind of passion for your business, you need to be making a change, right? If you don't care at that level, like Steven is bringing to the table, and it seems like all you guys have been in this great network for a while, right? You're not in the right place. So I think, again, the theme of this is the right people. How you care about that business really exemplifies that. So just kudos to you, Steven. Also, Matty Mailers, he can't beat a name like that, man. So talking about brand, way to go.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
I learned a lot, Alex, on this podcast from you. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being here.
I'm happy to be here. And you know what, Dwight, seriously, thank you, man, for organizing this. Obviously, you're creating a great environment that's bringing the leaders of the industry together to hear from each other and learn from each other. I am a firm believer that a rising tide raises all ship. There is nothing but co-opetition in my philosophies, right? How do we all kind of drive each other to do better and do more? I feel very strongly about that. So, guys, I love talking shop too. Any time of the day. We're in a couple different industries, but really, I think at its core, marketing is about the people, and it's about word of mouth. That element hasn't changed. It's just the tools and the tactics that we use to get it out there. So I'm around to talk through those things anytime. I love it. You can hit me up at alex@missiondisrupt.com. Missiondisrupt.com is where you guys can find us. Alex Tancredi on LinkedIn. I'll definitely be connecting with all you guys, and then we'll get these conversations going a little bit more. But Dwight, thanks again.
Down in the DMs.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll slide into your DM, Steven. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
So everybody, just remember, Moving Force is your on-demand team for every move. So if you guys are running short or just have big projects and need extra hands, Moving Force is that service for you. So obviously, I spoke to a company down in Florida who only was running about maybe 8-9 guys, and 7 days a week, complete burnout. Well, Moving Force is your substitute. Get these guys worked into your rotation so that basically you guys do not have to feel like you have to burn out your main core guys. So reach out to me. You can reach me at dwight@movingforce.org, and we could talk more about how this can fit into your workflow. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again for joining us, and we'll see y'all next Thursday on another episode of Mornings with Movers. All right, y'all. Take care.
Take it easy, guys.
Take care.
See you guys.